Well, good afternoon. I thought I would take a minute to address a couple of things. I know that I originally promised that I would have a video out yesterday entitled Insanity. But it's become apparent to me that I absolutely know nothing about uh, running equipment, as in camera equipment and whatnot. And the last two videos I did, major portions of it, from the time that I got done editing it, I lost parts of it in exporting it before I uploaded it. All terms I'm not real familiar with, but for an example, that last video I did, I showed that range video, and there's a big portion of it there where I'm taking a wood mallet and a brass punch and trying to make an adjustment. And the first tap of that brass mallet to that punch, the sight fell completely out of it. Just enough to lose context. Kind of like watching Dances with Wolves and then seeing the director's cut. Kind of changes the meaning. So when I do this video, I want to do it all in one. Another thing on a lighter side, the couple I was talking to has started what I call a small YouTube channel. And when I say small, they've only done a half a dozen so videos, but they're already approaching 500 subscribers, and they have very interesting content. So I thought I would, and thankfully I was smart enough to at least edit out their personal contact information, but the name of their channel is A Different Kind of Quiet. And I strongly suggest go over there and check them out, because they, one, currently know how to run equipment and very good at interesting content. On that same light, the day at the range that day, several things went wrong. And I'm not going to get into all of them, but the sight falling out of my rifle wasn't the end of things not right that day. But all in all, it taught me one thing, and that is I'm still good at what I'm good at, and that is talking to people. Because by the time I got done with that day, not only was I able to at least send them in a direction, for those particular people, in a direction to obtain some stuff, but I also, by the end of that day, had another group of people come out with nothing but questions. It was an entire family, all the way from 12 to 60 years old, from England, in which I got to introduce these people beyond the firearms that they came out to learn from another family member here in America. And I got to spend time showing them cap and ball revolver, flintlock rifles, and got all of those people hands-on experience using it. The time before that, I was out at the range with a 72 150 Muckle Express. You saw on camera two young men shooting the 72 150 Express. What you didn't get to see is the father and son that came along later and expressed interest, and again, shooting a flintlock. This was originally my entire purpose of this channel, was to reach out and help pass on what I've learned over the years, not just muzzleloader wise, ballistics and the such, And just by that alone, knowing that I made a difference at passing on the heritage is what's important to me. And speaking of passing on the heritage, I actually had a cameraman that apparently has wandered off. That cameraman is my offspring. Sam's birthday is tomorrow. Sam will be turning 16. I know it's hard to believe somebody stood still long enough for me to breathe, but it happened. I do intend to still do the video on the insanity, but I'm going to do my best to try to do it in a take, one take, without editing, because again, I don't need things coming out of context and not getting a complete program of what's going on. The video system I'm using is CapCut. My kid, Sam, say hi, Sam. Just say hi, you can do it. Okay. Anyway, Sam believes that it is a software issue that something in translation or whatever is happening. I don't get it. But anyway, until I get that figured out, I even open to suggestions. The system I'm using now is called CapCut. Basically, I have to admit I need a system for me to run that's like as simple to read as editing for dummies. And with that being said, I will call it good. Thanks.